You might believe you consume content, consume goods, fast and convenient foods, but in reality, it's consuming you. It's consuming your time, your energy, your money, your space, mentally and physically. It consumes your soul and it consumes your purpose and meaning in this life. What is the meaning of your life? What do your things mean to you? What does your time mean to you? These are heavy questions we should be asking ourselves daily. And I'll be sharing with you some key stepping stones on how we can eventually answer these questions. But first, we need to see where the problem started. Our world is filled with the virus of excess consumerism. And lucky for us, it's becoming easier than ever. Although some of these conveniences are good, we can easily be fooled by some of the promises these companies make to us, or the flashy, highly edited advertisements they use to get us hooked on the look and not the quality. This is how they profit. They now have your health, your time, and your attention in the palm of their hands. It is taking control of your life. How can the convenience of a low-price Happy Meal for breakfast, milkshake and hot dog for lunch, and some other greasy dipped foods actually be good for you? It's not just food. Now, I don't want to sound like a record on repeat when I say that social media is a real energy and time consumer. If you take a look at the average screen time, it's roughly 4 hours a day. Now, considering you might go to work for 8 hours, sleep for the recommended 8 hours a night, you're now left with very little time because the majority of that is spent on your phone or using some sort of device. You get stuck in this cycle of consuming things that don't really give you energy, that allow you to become your fullest potential. So if our health, time, and attention is so precious to us, what can we fill our day with instead of mindless consuming of crappy food and nonsense screen time? You need to find something meaningful to you. If you don't know where to start to think of what your dream life might look like. If you could have your dream job or dream physique. Now take a look at those who are living the life that you want, or at least some parts of it. What are the daily habits that these people are making? Find a good few mentors and influencers to help you form the picture of the life that you want to live. What does it mean to you to have those things in your life? Does it mean you can earn more money to experience more or travel? Does it mean that as you grow older, your body will be able to play with your grandkids and handle going on all those fun adventures with them? Ask yourself, is cheap food and cheap entertainment worth giving up to live a more meaningful life? I'd say the answer is pretty obvious. Do the digging and find your dreams and your why, not somebody else's. This is your life and you have control over every decision that you make. Habits. Now that you have envisioned your dream and have influencers to look up to, take a look at their habits. Do they spend hours doom scrolling, or do they instead take a walk when their mind feels overwhelmed? What are the energy-fulfilling foods that they eat? Are they getting distracted by their TV or their phone while they're working? Or do they have a dedicated focus time to get that important work done? Changing your habits will take a lot of patience and practice. But using some of these tools to our advantage, like the internet or YouTube, will help you to build more knowledge about building good habits. If you want to live an extraordinary life, you must build unordinary habits. Define a goal. Let's start by writing out 2 to 3 goals that you want to accomplish in the next 2 to 3 months. Now, there are input goals and output goals. Output goals are pretty simple. Think of it more as the end goal, like losing the 10 pounds. But the goals we really need to hone in on are the input goals. How many times a day do you need to work out? What are the healthy foods that you need to be eating in order to achieve that external goal? The input goals are the smaller goals/steps that you need to be taking action on. Use specific numbers and deadlines for these smaller thresholds along the way. Start to form a daily routine and good habits to ease the process and flow of achieving these goals. Limit or block out the distractions in your life. It's time to prioritize you. If not now, then when? Accountability game. A little accountability game that I like to play with myself is that I ask myself every time I do something, is this helping me get towards my goal, or is it moving me farther away from it? If the answer is no, then you minus 1 point. If the answer is yes, then you plus 1 point. Pretty simple. Obviously, it's optional to keep track because we do a lot of things during the day, and some of them we don't really keep track of. We just do them. But the point of this is to try to get more positive than negatives. I say about 80% positives and leave yourself some room to slip up because we all make mistakes. And distractions happen. Use this next week to plan a schedule for yourself that revolves around the growth of your goals and focusing on the smaller steps along the way. Write to yourself daily what your goals are for the day. I try to have 3 focus points during the day of my most important tasks that are helping me get towards my goals. You will be amazed at how much time and attention you can save by not falling for the trap of these cheap conveniences. So take some action, build the momentum slowly but surely to help you get over those bumps along the way, because they will be there. The only limit is in your mind.